And as you find yourself settling here, I wrote something this afternoon that I'll begin with. The practice of Nidra is an invitation to disconnect from external stimulus and turn awareness inward. Nidra Shakti, the power of rest, teaches us firsthand the magic of our innate being. In Nidra, we learn by listening and watching inwardly. Stillness and silence become our friends and our offerings. We listen to the body, the mind, the breath, and most important, we welcome everything. For if we are lucky and blessed enough simply to allow everything to be as it is, even for a moment, sweet release, Nidra Shakti is there for you, always. In this release, we can access our magic, our ability to heal and restore, and our natural, unbounded creativity can be found in the stillness, in the silence. So welcome home. Welcome home to yourself. And welcome to this practice of Yoga Nidra. Welcome to this practice of Yoga Nidra with the intention of accessing a place of still, silent listening. And in this practice today, we remember to welcome every perception, welcoming every perception as a messenger capable of guiding us home to our authentic ground of being. So here in this moment, check in with space and time, noting where the body is in physical space, in the time of day, so that in this practice, even this awareness of time can release. And part of welcoming reality as it is welcoming in all of the sounds which can be heard now and will be heard during this practice. So allow awareness to wander outward to the outer sounds, noticing and allowing the sounds outside of this room. And also notice any sounds and the quality of sound inside of this room. Perhaps the sound of your breath or the sound of those breathing around you. With each and every breath, as it comes and goes, allow yourself to soften and release more and more. The practice of Yoga Nidra typically begins with a journey around the physical body, where we practice sensing and feeling the body as pure sensation, and inviting the body into a place of still rest. And we'll begin this trip around the physical body today by noticing sensations inside of the mouth. Notice the lips, the gums, the teeth, the tongue, the floor and ceiling of the mouth. And allow the tongue to be soft. Allow the tongue to fall back from the teeth. Because in the space that is Yoga Nidra, there really is no need to say anything. Simply to listen and be here is more than enough. Allow awareness now to shift to the ears, both the inner and outer ears, the structure and folds of the outer ear. And notice the sensation of sound. What does it feel like as you become aware of sounds? Allowing each sound that you hear to take you deeper into this experience now. Notice the nose and the nasal cavities. Be aware of the process of breathing, allowing the sinuses to soften and open to the breath. Feel the sensation of breath in the nostrils. And now, notice both eyes, all the little muscles surrounding the eyes, both eyelids, and the eyeballs themselves. Allow the eyes to fall deep in their sockets and feel both eyes as orbs of sensation. And here in the space of Yoga Nidra, allowing this sense of vision to release and relax. Notice now the whole face, from the hairline all the way down to the chin. And simply invite the face to soften, release, inviting ease into the whole face. Allow this ease to travel inward to the center of the head, sensing and feeling the whole inside of the head. Allowing the inside of the head to release. And we'll continue this journey around the body, listening to the body, allowing any ease and relaxation that you've cultivated in the head and face to flow down the neck, back of the neck, both sides of the neck and the throat. Allow awareness to flow into the upper chest, into the shoulders, both the fronts and backs of the shoulders. Awareness flowing down the upper arms, elbows, forearms, into the wrists and hands. Feel the backs of the hands, all 10 fingers, and the palms of the hands. Feel both hands as orbs, sensation. Allow awareness to move back up, wrists, elbows, shoulders, back into the upper torso, noticing the whole rib cage and the space of the heart and lungs. Allow both the front and the back of the heart to soften. Notice any pulsation you can feel in the upper torso. With each beat of the heart, falling more and more into a place of ease and comfort. Feel the lower torso, the belly and the lower back. And then feel the whole torso and pelvis as an orb of sensation. Feel the waist, hips, buttocks, groin. Allow awareness to flow down the upper legs, into the knees, both the front and backs of both knees. Awareness flowing down to the lower legs, the shins and the calves. Feel the ankles and the heels and both feet at the same time. Feel the tops of the feet, all 10 toes and the soles of the feet. Feeling both feet as orbs of sensation. And now, cultivate a whole body sensation. Sense and feel the whole physical body. The whole body as one orb of sensation. And now, allow awareness to wander into the space surrounding the physical body. Noticing the sensation of space above the body, the sensation of space beneath the body, to the left and also to the right. Feel the sensation of space surrounding the body now. Then, can you feel both? The sensation we call body and the sensation we call space at the same time. The body and space together, simultaneously. Body and space as one, a global orb of sensation. Allowing everything to be as it is, aware and present in the space of awareness which is Yoga Nidra. Bring awareness home to the space of the heart, behind the center of the breastbone. And for a few moments, simply listen to this space of the heart, noting if there's anything that the heart has to say. Just simply listening and the space of the heart. Still in this space of the heart. We'll now go on another journey. This one, a journey inwards. Inside the space of the heart, imagine there was a vast cave. So tall you couldn't see the ceilings, and so wide if you stood in the middle you couldn't even see the edges. Still very much a cave in the heart space. And you know that only you can enter this cave. And in the bottom of this cave, there's a large, still lake with completely still water of the most amazing color. And it's just also the perfect temperature. And it's very easy to just float there in this lake, in stillness, in a cave that only you can enter. And now, simply allow yourself to float on this beautiful still water, in this beautiful still lake. Simply being, resting, and rejuvenating. Because these waters contain everything that you need most. And simply be here in this still water for some time, welcoming anything that arises. Know now that this place of peace and stillness, you can come back here at any time. This inner sanctuary, always here for you. But allow this cave to fade, and without changing anything, notice anywhere where you feel the pulsation of breath. Keeping the breath as it is, simply noticing the inhale and noticing the exhale. This pulsation of breath moving through you always. And wherever you feel this pulsation of breath, we'll next practice counting the breath. Counting down from 9 to 1. So as you feel an inhale, you could count 9, then exhale 9, inhale 8, and continue. If ever your mind wanders, just start again at 9. Total awareness of breath and counting. Then allow this awareness of breath to fade. And notice the fact of awareness itself. Notice the ability to be aware. Here in Yoga Nidra, we're able to simply be awareness. And we can let go of every other part of ourselves for a little bit. So if there's anything in this moment that you're still holding on to, invite that to release. Or even just wonder, what would it be like if you were to completely release in this moment? What would that be like? Teachings of yoga tell us that joy is an inherent quality of awareness, and that we can find joy in the simple fact of being aware. So, in this moment, notice any access you may have to joy. Can you feel joyful now with no stimulus? from the inside out. What is it like to simply be you? And can you find joy in that simple fact of being? And it's not so much an act of doing. It's more a releasing into what is already there. And also notice any relative sense of ease or groundedness you feel now. Notice the quality of rest and the quality of stillness present in this moment. Ease, stillness, and listening. Listening inside. Again, notice the fact of awareness itself. Notice the ability to be aware. And notice how all potentials, the inherent potentiality of your being, arises within awareness. Welcoming and acknowledging all potentials. Notice the pulsation of energy moving through you. Obviously manifest as each breath, each beat of the heart, each pulse of cognition, universal life force energy moving through you now. The practice of Yoga Nidra opens up and balances our energy channels so that this flow can happen more easily. Notice the capacity for thought, the mind, any thoughts that may be present, welcoming all thoughts. And notice the capacity to feel emotion, the heart, welcoming all emotions that may be present in this moment, welcoming everything as it is. Then again, notice the physical body. Come back to the whole body sensation, sensing and listening to the whole body. And for a moment, give the body a chance to maybe say something. Does the body have anything it wants you to know in this moment? Just listen. And notice what it feels like for the body to have been still. Notice what it's like for the body to be still in this moment. And consider, what is it going to be like to bring movement back into the body? And as we invite movement into the body, can we bring the same sense of grounded, rested, peaceful openness? Can we bring that into embodied movement? And simply to find out, begin to invite gentle wiggling to the fingers and the toes. Perhaps moving the extremities just a little bit. And is the peace in the fingertips? Is it still there? And invite a deeper breath, inviting life in with each breath you take. Make the next breath just a little bit bigger. Maybe even, can you make it next breath a little bit more delightful? What would that be? And know that in this class, in this process, we savor the transition from inward-facing to outward-facing awareness. But in this moment, begin to move the body in any way that may feel good. Perhaps shifting from side to side, perhaps taking a nice feel-good stretch, sweeping the arms up above the head, as if you just took the best nap ever. Nice big stretch. It's nice to stretch out across the fingers, and even bringing the hands, even especially if the hands are warm, bringing the hands to the face and giving the face a little rub, or just saying hello, noticing all the senses. And as we begin to turn more and more outward, notice the so-called external world also arising within awareness. Welcome back. Hari Om Tat Sat. This practice of Yoga Nidra is now complete. Hari Om Tat Sat. This practice of Yoga Nidra is now complete. Thank you for listening. Thank you, thank you, thank you.